Hi guys, welcome back. The little man and I, we are preparing for a very special 3-day backpacking trip for the upcoming weekend. And because it is a little bit of a different backpacking trip than normal, I thought that it would be nice to take you through our gear list. Because for what we are used to do, this is kind of a luxury backpacking trip, because somebody is joining us who is following my channel for a little bit longer knows that that is going to be my mom, and that's going to be her first time backpacking. And if there is anything in the world she does not like, it's camping. So I was very happy after years of asking that I was able to get her out with me on a backpacking trip. But I wouldn't start talking about camping, because if I would do that, then I could forget about the whole trip. So therefore it's going to be a sort of a luxury trip, because I booked some hotels. So that means that there is some different gear laying out here compared to when we will be going out camping, the little man and I together, which will be very soon as well. But this is how we are going to start the season, and I am going to take you through all the gear that's laid here out on my bed. So I will start my gear list with everything that I will be wearing during those 3 days, and I have that all laid out here. So in random order, I have my fanny pack with me, which is from Waymark Gear, and in there I have everything that's valuable. So I have my wallet in there, I have the dogs' passports in there. The dogs, yes, because not only my mom, also Max is joining us, so I'm super excited about this trip. And because obviously I'm not able to take Max out with us when we are going out, because she's getting too old for that. So yeah, really exciting trip. So therefore I have got 2 passports for the dogs, and I have some random snacks for the day in here, so like my trail mix, and always something on hand for the dogs as well. So I have something quick to grab, so that will be around my waist. I will be wearing my town shirt for the first time, so really looking forward to start using that, because it feels so comfortable when you touch it, the material and everything. I got it for Christmas from my mom. And underneath that, because it's still a little bit cold, I am wearing my wrap sun hoodie, so I have a long sleeve under my short sleeve. Then I will be wearing my running shorts for the first time. Let's see what I think about those. And obviously that's also too cold as well, so I am wearing a legging underneath that. And this is a brand new one. I absolutely love it. It has dog paws on it, and it might not be the best quality because it comes from AliExpress, but it's just for me to try out whether I like leggings or not. So yeah, I absolutely like this print. It feels super soft and comfortable, and I tried it on yesterday. It arrived yesterday, and it fits well. As you can see, even the tag's still on it. It fits well. It feels super comfortable. So that's what I will be wearing underneath my shorts. Then I will be wearing my buff. Just a random one. This one is from the PCT. Yes, still a dream of mine. My watch, who will have the whole trail in it, is the Garmin Fenix 6S Pro. I will be wearing sunglasses and just a thin jacket. This is a super nice jacket. I got it this week. It's totally new. I had it from work. I was supposed to test it for a review, and this one together with a short, and I was allowed to keep it, so I'm very happy with that, because I absolutely love this thing. It is from Jack Wolfskin, and it also has the alpha fleece inside of here, so it was super nice to try out, and I was thrilled that I was allowed to keep it. So those are the clothes I will be wearing. My shoes will be my Topo Athletic Mountain Racer shoes, and combined with that I am wearing my Dirty Girl gaiters, also for the first time, so that's new as well. Let's see what I think about gaiters. Heard good things about them, especially about Dirty Girl ones, so yeah, I'm going to try that out. So that's everything I will be wearing in regards to clothing, and my fanny pack, of course, and all the gear I will be bringing comes with me in my backpack. So that's the next step that I'm going to show you. So my backpack is my Atom pack, the Atom Plus. It's a 40-liter pack, so everything should fit in nicely for this weekend. And in the side of my pack I have my cooler cloth. I have some hand sanitizer. And here on the back I have a clip to which my GoPro will be attached. That's the new setup I was talking about a few videos ago. So I clip it in here. I can take it out when I need it, because the little tripod can stay attached to it. I've been looking for that for years, And I'm very happy that I found it, because this is really an ideal system. If you would like me to do an in-depth review about this little thing, let me know in the comment box below and I will be happy to make a video about it. On this side I have added a Waymark Gear water bottle pouch, because must be honest, using the Adam packs for a while now and not very much fan of the water bottle pockets that come with the pack. So I have added a one from Waymark Gear to it. And in here I have a little foldable flask in which I will be taking my electrolytes. Here on the side I have Ravi's water bottle and the little scoop in case I need to fill up on his water on a little stream or anything. Then I can use that. And on this one is my own water bottle, just a plain one from the supermarket, and attached to it is a one hydration sleeve, if I say that right, tube. The tube. So that goes over my pack and clips under my sternum strap, so that I will be able to drink out of it without having to stop and take my bottle out. In here I also have my poop kit in case nature calls out on the trail, which has my Wixie in it, my juice of spades, a small amount of toilet paper, a roll of poopy bags to take out the toilet paper in case it's being used, so nothing's being left in nature, and some hygienic wipes. So that is what is in my poop kit. We will be passing a hut every day. We will be going to Germany. I think I didn't mention that before. We will be going to Germany, so there will be huts that we will pass. Well, we will be able to use the toilet, so it probably won't be needed, but you never know. And in here I also have my knife, which I absolutely love. It is one I got in Lapland. It's handmade over there. It's a fixed knife, fixed blade, so taking that one to prepare lunch on the go. So I always have that with me. Attached to the pack I have Ravi's street bag, which will be filled completely up now, because also for Max, of course. I have a holder for doggy bags up here, never have enough of those with you. And a carabiner to clip Ravi's leash to it, because I will be using my trekking poles, which I forgot to add here, but they are still in the car, and they are the trekking poles from Z-Packs. So when I'm using those, I can clip Ravi to this one. In this hip belt pocket there is always some snacks on hand. And this one includes, let's call it a little bit of toiletries. It has some tissues, body glide, sunscreen, insect repellent, chapstick, anti-shaving cream, and also an extra roll of poo bags. And you might say, well, you are overkill on poo bags. Yes, I know, but they take up no space in your pack, and I just won't be not willing to run out of poo bags during any hike. So therefore I always have some extra with me, usually about 2 or 3 rolls. So yeah, that is everything in regards to the pack. Just some little things attached. Also a little light up here which has different modes that I can use if needed, but we had, how do you call it in English? Daylight savings. We had it here 2 weeks ago, so it probably won't be needed. It will be light long enough. Ravi, what you doing? And just a little keychain for my Moomin that I got from my dad in Lapland. So that's about the pack. Let's continue to everything else. So all the rest will just be in random order. So I take everything towards me, so then it's easier to show and I can stay in one spot on the video. This is my food bag, which is not completely filled up yet. I only have my meal in here. We are going out on to eat in a restaurant one night, just to celebrate the whole thing, so to say. And I have a backpacking meal for the other night. It is a backpacker's pantry fettuccine alfredo. So because I ran out of my peak refuel alfredo pasta, I'm going to try this one out, see how that one goes. My long-handled spork is in here. I have some chocolate packages in here. Ravi, I think you're in the way. And always have a little Ziploc bag with little condiments like olive oil, salt, stuff like that, in case it's needed. And there will be some snacks in here for the remaining part. Lunch will also be in here, but that's still in the fridge downstairs, so I will keep that cool as long as possible. It won't be very hot this upcoming weekend, but just to be safe, because that's new to me, the lunch that I'm going to take. I'm going to try that out, so I'm going to keep that safe just in case, because you never know. It's now Thursday, so it will be the day after tomorrow that we are leaving, so I will pack that tomorrow. That's my food bag. I'm taking my mug, which I got in Denmark last year with the cute little moose on it, that I will be taking for my hot chocolate in the evening. I have my Jetboil stash with me with a full fuel canister, so we can cook some hot water on the trail in case we would like to have hot chocolate. I got my mom some lattes because she absolutely likes that, so I got her that as a little how do you call that, support package? I think you know what I mean. I made a little package for her with a foldable toothbrush, some coffee in there, a foldable mug, stuff like that, so to make the trail a little bit enjoyable for her. So then we will be able to boil some water on the go, or in the evenings in hotels in case we do not have anything to boil the water. I also have my water filter with me for the first time. I think we will be fine with both a liter. My mom will be carrying water for herself. I will be having 1 liter for myself, 1 liter for the dogs. And then I've got this one on hand because there are some springs in the region where we will be going, so in case needed. They say that it's not necessary to filter them, but I just want to be sure because you never know. This is my toiletry kit. Has just some random stuff in here. Toothbrush, toothpaste, a hairbrush, some muscle cream, a few Wizzy wipes in case needed, a nail clipper, and some Sea to Summit Wilderness Wash in case I have to clean anything, just like the dog bowls or stuff like that. A little travel size deodorant will be added to that, but I will get that later at the drugstore today. And then you might say, well, you do not need deodorant out on the trail. No, I know, and I usually do not take it. But like I mentioned, we are going to a restaurant one night, so then you would like to smell a little bit well. I also have this package of wet wipes for the dogs to clean out their paws or anything when we are taking a break at a mountain hut. Because I don't know how wet it's going to be where we are going. I think it will be probably very wet because it's still very rainy. In my last video I was so happy that it was finally spring, but turns out that we have to wait a little bit longer. So they are for on the go. I have this foldable X bowl by Sea to Summit, which will be the water bowl for the dogs. And this is the Snap Bowl by Fuzzles, which you see before in my video when I did the overnighter with Ravi at the Maashorst. This is going to be Ravi's food bowl. My mom will be carrying one for Max, who hears her name now. I'm having Ravi's thermarest blanket, the Juno blanket, which he got for Christmas. I'm going to take that because obviously we are staying at a hotel, and just to be sure, in case the dog touches anything of the furniture, we always cover beds and sofas if they are there. So I'm having a blanket and my mom is having a blanket, so we are safe on that one. Going to put this a little bit up here so that I can move a little bit forward. So this is Ravi's harness that he will be wearing. It's one that he only wears when we are out on hikes, and it has his own hiker tag on it and a leash, adjustable leash that I made myself, so I can clip this one around seats or anything, or around trees when we are taking any breaks. This is Ravi's food bag. You think, well, it'd be very full. Yes, it is, but there is 3 days worth of food for Ravi in there, 3 days worth of snacks, and also the snacks for Max, because I'm decided that I would take the heavy stuff. So because my mom is struggling the most with carrying a heavy bag, she's not used to that, so she's a little bit afraid of that. So I decided to take out on the heavy stuff. So I have some little lunches for the dogs. I have some extra treats in case the treat bag on my hip belt goes empty, and I have some extras for in the evening at the hotels. This, for example, is Ravi's favorite. It's chicken breast with coconut. So yeah, these are some things that I got. I would like to try this out, to add this to Ravi's food. Those are slices of fish. And Ravi really likes fish. And we are preparing for a long distance through hike next year. Spoiler, stay tuned. More information coming up in June. So I would like to see what he thinks of this, because then I can add a little bit more calories to his regular backpacking food, which this time will be his favorite, and it will be the pamiko. So I will add those together. So there are some random stuff in here. I'm trying out the bone broth that you saw that I got at Cool for Pets. I'm going to give that to them as a treat in the evening. And I have some paw balm in here as well, especially for Max, because she's obviously not used to doing multiple day hikes. So that is Ravi's and Max food bag for this time. So that is completely filled up already. My mom has the general food for Max, but that's super lightweight, so it wasn't a problem for her to carry that. Then I have my ground cloth from Walhalla Outdoors. I will have that in the front pocket of my pack, so in case we take a break, I can lay this out, or we are passing a wooden bench picnic table that is wet, then we can lay this on it so we can still sit dry. I have a little towel with me because we are staying in hotels, so in case needed we can dry out the dogs, because obviously they have to go out for a walk in the evening and in the morning. So then I always have that with me, because I do not want to use the hotel towels for that. I also have Ravi's mat, so we can lay on that in the hotel room. My mom will have one for Max. This is a spare leash that I always have with me in case it breaks, or we just would like to take a quick break at a terrace, or in this case probably in the mountain hut because of the weather. So that I always have a light one with me, because Ravi is usually attached to his flex leash, especially when we are out in nature. My first aid kit, not going into detail about that because I've made a special video about that. So if you are interested in seeing what's everything that is in here, go check that one out. And added to that are Ravi's booties, just in case of an emergency, because we know the area where we are going, so we know that they do not need it in regards to the grounds where we will be hiking on. The terrain is very well doable for them, but always have those in case of an emergency. For in the hotel in the evenings, I got a pair of dry socks. I forgot my clean underwear, but that's still hanging to dry. I've got my pajama. And for when we go out on into the restaurant, I've got a zip-off trousers with me. And in case we get really wet, this is also a zip-off one. So if my running shorts is getting too wet to wear on the next day, then I can wear this one as well. And I've got a North Face hoodie. So I look a little bit nicer when we go out on the restaurant and not like a typical hiker. Because that's not always appreciated by everyone. I don't mind. I would keep my hiking clothes on. I would sleep in them. I would just totally live in them out on the trail, but not everybody likes that. My rain jacket, not going to leave that home. If I take a look at the weather forecast, if we would have been going 1 week later, I could, but unfortunately this weekend not. I have the Patagonia Torrent Shell. Love this thing. It's a little bit heavier, but it is worth it. Ravi's rain jacket, the Herta monsoon jacket, so we will be dry as well in case we get some rain. My mom is carrying Max her rain jacket, and because the evenings and the mornings are still forecasted with freezing temperatures, around freezing, I got some warm clothes as well. So I've got my wrap, very thin touchscreen gloves, so I can use those if needed. I have Ravi's Herta winter coat. Might be a bit overkill, but Ravi is getting cold very quickly, so I just want to be sure on that one. And the last item is my Unlighted Equipment Torrid Apex jacket, which I absolutely love, as you know by now. So yeah, that's everything that we are going to take out on our luxury backpacking trip. I'm now going to pack everything up. So So everything is packed up. It barely fitted, but everything is in there. So our countdown has started. First backpacking trip ever with my mom. I am super excited about it. I know she's a little bit less, but not that she's not looking forward to it, but like I mentioned, she's a little bit hesitant of wearing heavier packs and stuff like that, and not being able to quit and return to a holiday home like we usually do, because we are used to hiking several days after another. But the whole concept for backpacking, so going from one place to another and then being back at the car only 3 days later, that's a little bit daunting for her. So I absolutely hope that you're going to like it, Mom, and that this hopefully might be the first one of many to come. I would be very thrilled if we will be able to do one of those trips per year together. So yeah, if all of you would like to keep your fingers crossed that she likes it, then we are going to take you out this weekend, and we will see you at part 1 of a mini video series about this upcoming backpacking trip. See ya!